What's good, Commanders fans? So the schedule has finally came out. We know there was a lot of leaks that came out earlier today. There was a fake page on Twitter that revealed itself, just saying that they tricked a lot of people with the schedule leak. So once again, every year there's somebody who comes out with a phony schedule. So guys, don't get duped. Don't get hoodwinked by these schedules. I did see on Twitter the Washington Commanders, they put up a video. It was Tressway, Leno, and I think Cole Holcomb and somebody else where they were like smashing stuff. So I watched like the first 30 seconds of it. Couldn't really watch the whole thing, but it is what it is. Oh, shout out to my brother-in-law for the nice jacket, man. Shout out to him for this. But yeah, let's get to the schedule, man. It is an easy schedule. I'm not gonna lie, and I hate to say that this is an easy schedule, but it really is. On paper, looking at it, I mean, we do have the weakest strength of schedule in the NFL. We're tied with the Cowboys for the weakest schedule. And it clearly shows. And I think they did us some favors, man. I know the bye week is week 14, but starting us off at home against the Jaguars, like, I don't see that's like the easiest game you could clearly ask for. I'm not going to sleep on the Jags. Trevor Lawrence could make a leap. Christian Kirk could come in and help him out. Who else did they bring in this year? Looking at their roster, Marvin Jones Jr., they picked him up last year. Zay Jones is a solid pickup. They got Evan Ingram, tight end from the Giants. They got Doug Peterson. So there's some history with Carson Wentz. Carson Wentz has like a revenge game with everybody. Basically, I don't know if he wants revenge on Doug Peterson, but it is what it is. Brandon Sheriff is on the Jaguars too. No revenge game on him or really no revenge games for him because we paid him. We paid him a lot of money, so I don't think he would have any ill will against against the Commanders. Because they kept paying him every year, franchise tag him twice, so he should be happy with what he got from the Commanders, the money he got. But yeah, that's just some history right there. Doug Peterson. And they got Laviska Shenault too. He's a solid wide receiver too. So I'm not gonna sleep on them. And of course, on Twitter, the Jaguars account was like, tell Carson Wentz I said hello. I said hi or hello because of that last game of the season where the Colts lost to the Jaguars and Carson Wentz didn't play. Now the whole Colts team did not play well, but Carson Wentz owned up to himself and said he didn't play well either. So they got Travis Etienne as well, James Robinson. They got a solid running back core. Josh Allen is good. They drafted Devin Lloyd. So I'm not going to sleep on them. We are 4-point favorites against the Jaguars, and we're 3-point favorites against the Detroit Lions in Detroit. So the Jaguars game, I mean, come on now. That's a game you should win. That's a shoo-in win. And I really feel like if they don't come out with 9 wins this year, then Ron Rivera should be on the hot seat, man. Looking at the schedule, they should come out the gate 2-0. Seriously, they really should not. I hate getting to the schedule. I hate guaranteeing wins and stuff like that. I'm not going to guarantee a win. But the Lions and the Jags, these are games you really got to take advantage of. If you're really being serious, and Ron is talking about taking a big leap, and this being a big year, the third year is going to be a big year for the team, you got to come out the gate. You got to blow out the Jaguars. I'm telling you, you got to blow out the Lions and take advantage of these games. I'm serious, man. They got to punch somebody in the mouth in these 2 games, seriously, and make a statement. Like I said, favored by 4 against the Jags at home, favored by 3 at Detroit. We don't play the Jags at home much. The last time we played them, I think we played them at home was with RG3. I can't remember. But yeah, we beat them with RG3. We beat them with Josh Jackson in Jacksonville. And then like a decade ago, it was Mark Brunell and Santana Moss caught the overtime touchdown pass. Went to the end zone. I think he did like this to celebrate. It was a lit game. That was a crazy game at FedEx. That was a lit game. I remember that game like 10, 12 years ago. That was a lit game. Detroit, we should definitely beat them, in my opinion. That's the second game. A lot of games are at 1 o'clock. So we have 2 primetime games. Only 2 primetime games. Everything else is at 1 o'clock. We have a 4 o'clock game against the Colts at the Indianapolis Colts, and then at San Fran on December 24th, which is Christmas Eve. That's a Saturday at 4:05. So Christmas is on a Sunday this year. Yeah, not a lot of primetime games. Only 2 primetime games this year. So I'm fine with that. We don't really do well on national TV, even though, last year we beat the Giants on national TV, and then we beat the Cowboys on kind of national TV on Thanksgiving in 2020. And then we won on Monday Night Football against the Seahawks last year. So recently we've done better on Monday Night Football. We got the Bears at 8:15 on a Thursday night. That's on Prime Video, Amazon Prime Video. And then so the third game of the season, we played the Eagles, man. I think it's a winnable game, and that's at home on Fox, 1 o'clock at FedEx. I really feel like we can start off 3-0. Now, the Eagles are the dream team. They're the dream team when Vince Young called them the dream team. It's giving me the same vibes. Now, they do have a good roster. A.J. Brown, drafting Jordan Davis, getting the Kobe Dean in the 4th round. I thought they made some really good picks. I think they had the best offseason out of all the NFC East teams. I think they might have had the best offseason in the NFL. You could certainly argue that. Bringing in A.J. Brown, getting Jordan Davis, drafting Kobe Dean. They made some really good moves. Hassan Reddick, the pass rusher. They made some really good moves to get better. Now, I think they're just a beatable team because, you know, Jalen Hurts. But I picked the Eagles to win the division. I picked them to win the division in the round table with my guys, Tana, Philly Mike, and CFT, Cowboys Fan Talk. I actually picked the Eagles to win the division. Just on paper, they look like the dream team. They look like the best team in the NFC East right now. So, of course, that's a revenge game for Carson Wentz. Some bad blood there, him versus Jalen Hurts in that front office. I don't see how we don't. I really see we can go 3-0 there. I really see that. I can see 2-1, but I seriously can see 3-0. Then we go to Dallas, October 2nd, 4th game of the year, 1 o'clock on Fox. They didn't put us on Thanksgiving at all this year, which I'm fine. There was rumors of us playing the Lions on Thanksgiving, which I was fine with that. I didn't really care. I was fine with that. No Christmas game, nothing like that for the Washington Commanders. Cowboys, they got worse this year. I mean, they still got Dak. They still got CeeDee Lamb, Michael Parsons. So they're still going to be a good team. They're always going to be a good regular season team. That's just what they do. So that's a toss-up game in Dallas. It's going to be a tough game. Then we play the Tennessee Titans on October 9th, 1 o'clock again on CBS. Of course, A.J. Brown to the Eagles. They did draft Treylon Burks, though. That's a good pickup. So that's an interesting pickup. Their replacement for A.J. Brown. Of course, Derrick Henry is going to be it's going to be tough to stop him, to stop the run. Ryan Tannehill, he's iffy. He's a good game manager, though, so you can't sleep on Tannehill. He has led them to the playoffs 2 years in a row. So, and they drafted Malik Willis, who's going to be their backup quarterback, and they traded for Robert Woods from the Rams. So if he's available, Robert Woods is a good wide receiver, and Treylon Burks will probably be a solid wide receiver as well. Austin Hooper, the tight end, they picked him up in the offseason, so that's a good pickup for them. Defensively, they're a solid team, well coached by Mike Vrabel. So that's a toss-up game to me as well. I think we really can go out there and win that game, but it's a toss-up game. I can't sleep on the Titans. They made it to the playoffs 2 years in a row. Then we go to the Bears on Thursday night on Prime Video, 8:15. Justin Fields, I really feel like that's a winnable game. I think we should be the favorites in that one. Their wide receiver core is very uninspiring, in my opinion. Darnell Mooney is okay. He's a good speed guy. Byron Pringle. Velus Jones from Tennessee. He's like 25 years old. Cole Kmet, the tight end. They traded away Khalil Mack. So they drafted Jaquan Brisker. I see that. So that's a good draft pick right there. They got Robert Quinn, who's an elite pass rusher. Had like, 13 sacks last year? Something ridiculous. So the Bears are certainly beatable. Justin Fields, their season's going to hang on Justin Fields. How good is Justin Fields going to be this year? Is he going to make that leap? Same thing with Trevor Lawrence with the Jaguars. It just depends on their quarterback. How good is their quarterback going to be? Then we play the Packers at 1 o'clock at home. We usually do well against the Packers. I remember we beat them on Sunday night. Then we beat them at home with Alex Smith that 1 year. So we don't always lose to the Packers. Sometimes, we go back and forth here and there sometimes. Then at the Colts, Jim Irsay, Chris Ballard. They've been talking a lot of trash about Carson Wentz. This one is in Indianapolis. We'll see how the fans respond to Carson Wentz and the comments before that game. There's going to be a lot of talk and a lot of chatter before that game for sure. 4:25 on Fox. Not nationally televised. That's October 30th, Halloween Eve, Sunday night. Then we play the Vikings. Kirk Cousins comes back to FedEx for the first time. Is it a revenge game for us? I wouldn't look at it at that. I would not look at it that way. But Justin Jefferson, Adam Thielen, they're no joke. They're no joke. Dalvin Cook, that's a high octane offense. That's gonna be a tough one. That's gonna be a toss-up game in my opinion. At Philly, Monday Night Football. Carson Wentz goes back to Philly. He's going to get booed. They're probably going to throw trash on the field. We know how Philly fans do. That game's going to be lit Monday Night Football. Carson Wentz going back to Philly, getting his revenge game there. I can't wait for that one. At Houston, November 20th, Davis Mills is a good quarterback. I like him a lot. I think, it's between him and Mac Jones for the best guys in that quarterback class so far last year. Brandon Cooks is an okay receiver. Nico Collins is decent. Chris Conley, another uninspiring wide receiver room. But Davis Mills is good, man. Brevin Jordan, the tight end out of Miami that I wanted us to draft. Laramie Tunzel at left tackle. Defensively, they got a couple good guys over there. But they're still, a rebuilding team. So they drafted John Mechie, too, from Alabama, who should be available by that time. Same thing with the Lions. The Lions got a good wide receiver core. That's why I'm not going to sleep on the Lions. Armon St. Brown, Jamison Williams, I don't think he's going to be back by then. And then who else they got? They got Jamison and DJ. They signed DJ Chark. So the Lions are no slouch, in my opinion. The Texans have Kyle Allen on their team. They signed Kyle Allen as a backup to Davis Mills. So you got a former commander right there. And then Charles Leno, his connection with the Bears when we play at Chicago. So he's hyped to play that game. Then we go to Atlanta, man. So right now, really, if I'm doing a schedule prediction here, I got us beating the Jags. I got us beating the Lions. I got us beating the Eagles. So we start off 3-0. When was the last time the Commanders or the Washington team has ever been 3-0? I got us losing to the Cowboys. So we're 3-1. Titans, I'm going to say 3-2. Bears 4-2. Packers 4-3. Colts 5-3. Vikings 5-4. Eagles 5-5. We lose that one. Houston Texans 6-5. We win that one. Falcons, Marcus Mariota, Drake London, Cordarrelle Patterson cut us up last year. So they're a lower tier team in my opinion. They really are. Marcus Mariota. They drafted Desmond Ridder, right? Yeah, they drafted Desmond Ridder. So they're a lower tier team in my opinion. They really are. Kyle Pitts, the tight end, so you can't sleep on him. So they got a decent team. AJ Terrell, cornerback. That should be a good matchup with Terry and him. I think Terry should win that matchup 10 times out of 10, in my opinion, though. So we beat the Falcons. So that's 7-5 at Giants, 8-5. So we play the Giants. Then we have a bye week. Then we play the Giants. We play at the Giants. We have a bye week, and then we play the Giants at home. So I'm gonna go 8-5. We beat the Giants twice, so that's 9-5, right? 9, 5, 14. So we got 3 games left at San Fran. 9-6, a loss. Cleveland Browns at home, 9-8, 9-7. We lose to them. And with Deshaun Watson coming back, I don't know if he's going to be suspended or not. They got Amari Cooper, Myles Garrett. That's a good team. Nick Chubb, Kareem Hunt. That's a legitimate team on paper for sure. So the Cleveland Browns, in my opinion, they're going to be a really good team. So what is that? That's 9-6, right? That's 9-7, right? Yeah, 9-7 right there. That last game against the Cowboys to be determined on January 7th or 8th. So that could be a game that they put on a Saturday night or something like that. Maybe they can flex it to a Sunday night if it's a competitive game. If it's the Commanders and the Cowboys competing for the NFC East, that could certainly be flexed into a night game. So, but the Niners with Jimmy G, I feel like that's a winnable game. I'm picking us to lose because it's at San Fran, and San Fran, George Kittle, Kyle Shanahan he's just a heck of a coach, and that defense with Nick Bosa and those guys, that's a legitimate defense. They're a good team. They know how to win in spite of the court. Brandon Ayuk, Deebo Samuel, I feel like he's still going to be on the team. So that's going to be a tough game to win. That's a winnable game for sure, but it's going to be a tough game to win in my opinion. Browns is a loss to me. Cowboys, so we're 9-7 at this point. I'm going to say it's a win, man. 10-7 right now. Looking at the schedule, they should go 10-7. They should go 10-7. Looking at on paper, looking at the quarterbacks we play against, looking at the improvements that we did make on paper, Jahan Dotson, Curtis Samuel coming back healthy, De'Ami Brown improving, Cam Sims getting better, Brian Robinson coming in, being that second running back, bringing back J.D. McKissick, Antonio Gibson, offensive line depth with Trey Turner and Andrew Norwell, some of the Carolina guys, the former Panthers. Chase Young, if he comes back healthy. A lot of ifs, but looking on paper against these guys, it looks like 10-7, man. And I predicted before the schedule came out, I was thinking 8-9 because I'm just not 100% in on Carson Wentz. I'm lukewarm on Carson Wentz. I like Carson Wentz, but there's just some red flags about him. Being on 3 teams in 3 years, I definitely have my concerns about him for sure. But looking at the schedule, the way they started out, Jacksonville should be a win, the Lions should be a win, and the Eagles, in my opinion. So we really should start out 3-0. I think they did us a lot of favors. The bye week is terrible, in my opinion. Only 2 primetime games, which I couldn't care less about. That's the only thing. And then playing the Giants after the bye week. The Giants, they're just not a good team, in my opinion. Daniel Jones, Tyrod. I think by that time, Tyrod Taylor might be starting. By the time we play the Giants, to be honest with you. Yeah, man. On paper, it's 10-7 to me on paper. Really, seriously, 10-7. 10-7 on paper to me. It's not like last year where we had the strongest, we had the toughest schedule last year. This year is the weakest schedule. So I think they should take advantage. And like I said, if Ron Rivera does not get 9 wins against Marcus Mariota, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff, Justin Fields, Davis Mills, I like Davis Mills, Jimmy G, Daniel Jones, Tyrod Taylor, whoever's playing out there, that should be 9 wins in my opinion. It really should be 9 wins. And it's inexcusable if they don't get to 9 wins, especially the way that Ron's been talking about this offseason and all the moves that he's made, you know, showing that he has control of this roster, and he made that move for Carson Wentz. So, all right, you guys let me know what you guys think. I got 10-7 on paper. My gut is telling me 9-8 though, or 8-1. My gut is telling me 8-1 or 9-8. But looking at the schedule, it really should be 10-7. All right, you guys. Hell to the Commanders. Peace.